Alright guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to be looking at two other markets. We're going to be looking at the market for land and the market for capital. So we've already looked at the market for labor. Remember, we have our factors production, and there's going to be markets then for land, labor, and capital. So there's not really much to say. This is actually a pretty simple concept. We have our market for land and capital. Hopefully you notice that there's a pretty big difference between these two models. The demand curve is the same, so basic downward sloping demand curve. But in each of these two, the supply curve is radically different. So in the market for labor, we have a very steeply sloping, upward sloping supply curve. And for our market for capital, we have a very shallow sloping supply curve. So what is this showing us? Well, really this is showing us the elasticity of supply in each of these cases. So with supply of land, we have a very inelastic supply. So the idea is we might want more natural resources, but those are typically very difficult to acquire, to just come up with new either land for production or to dig through the earth to get certain raw materials and resources. So this is going to be very inelastic. It's not perfectly elastic because we can increase them, it's just difficult to do so. So we have a very inelastic supply curve for land. Whereas to build more capital, we just need to make more machines. That's a lot easier. It's going to be a lot more responsive to an increase in demand. They'll be able to quickly increase the supply of capital in this case. The only other thing to point out from this model is that we have this labeled as rental rate instead of as a price or a wage. So this term rental rate, this is the price. That's how we express the price of land and of capital. And the reason is because, remember, we're talking about the opportunity cost of using these resources. So it's essentially what we could get if instead of using the capital that we possess, or instead of using the land that we possess, we were to rent it out. It has a value, and that value is known as the rental rate. Alright, that's pretty much it. Till next time, this has been a La Money production.